The meetoo movement seeks to expose sexual harassment in all its forms by encouraging abuse victims to speak up without fear of reprisal. For fundraisers, alumni relations officers, members of the marketing team, and other advancement staff, the power dynamic between a donor, an alumnus, trustee, or other stakeholder and the staff member can create an uncomfortable situation. 1 in 4 female development officers has faced sexual harassment on the job, and 1 in 12 male professionals has had similar experiences.
It was one of my first jobs in higher education. I was a young alumni communications officer for a college within a university, and he was easily twice my age. I learned that he had a wife. He learned that I was married. As I turned to him, he leaned in and kissed me, completely out of context, and I sort of, grabbed my bag and got out of there as fast as I could.
I learned after a reunion weekend that our young alumni staff were being sexually harassed by these alumni. They were calling them honey and the beautiful young thing, and then in one extreme case, we did find that there was improper touching as well. They were frightened, they were young, and they were afraid to tell anyone about it.
I was new to higher ed, and this person who I worked with was the director of the entire alumni association, and this person would consistently come into the copy room, and I would be trapped between the copier and him behind me pressing himself into me. I went to my supervisors. It didn't really change much of anything. In later years, I learned that I was not the only one in the office whom this had happened to.
A recent example I have is of a junior colleague who acquiesced to a working dinner on an overseas trip with an academic of a partner institution. Despite being made to feel incredibly uncomfortable by the unrequited advances of this male academic during the course of the evening, she felt unable to leave or challenge his behavior as a result of the perceived threat of damaging the relationship between the two institutions.
Until the whole Me Too movement, I had forgotten that this situation happened. It was 20 years ago, and it was such an invasion of my space.
It wasn't about his behavior. It was the idea that a person could use power over me, and it makes me so angry now.